And he moved out, and then I don't know, just kind of stopped watching it.
Yeah, dude, it's the best show ever.
People say it. I didn't get overly into it. I thought it was good, and I was into it, but I don't know if it was the third season. How many seasons are there? 5?
Yeah.
I want to say it was like the third. I watched the first 2 seasons 100%, and I think it was somewhere in the third season I stopped watching.
Dude, it's so good.
I need to rewatch it.
It's probably, so my favorite show is The Leftovers.
Okay.
Season
HBO.
2 and 3.
Yeah.
But Breaking Bad, what I've been saying, it's like watching Goodfellas for 5 seasons. It's just every single thing is good.
I mean, couldn't one argue that that's exactly what The Sopranos is?
Yeah, but I haven't seen The Sopranos.
Oh, because I was going to say, I will take through and through my favorite TV show of all time is The Sopranos.
Well, when you were watching it in COVID, when I would catch bits and pieces.
I watched it before COVID. It was 2019.
Is that when it was?
It was right. It was the summer before.
Yeah. Right after you guys moved in. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You would just post stuff.
I would get back from work on a Saturday because I was still working Saturdays at ERAC.
Yeah. Wow.
And I'd get home before we'd start drinking. I'd be like, I'm just going to fucking watch like 4 episodes of Sopranos. And
my God.
Would go to 3J's, get a couple hard salamis, pepperonis, little cheese spread. Would come back and watch it. I kid you not.
Yeah, you're coming out swinging this time.
It was, don't talk about The Sopranos.
That's a timer.
Oh. Should we say another one for like another 15 minutes?
Another 15 minutes. I think it's good. Hopefully it's good.
I mean, I literally deleted everything that was on it. So.
Yeah, we're deeply, deeply sorry that the video cut out the first time.
Yeah, we think it may have been a memory card issue. We're not sure.
Just a technical issue. So audio, good. Video, good. We appreciate everybody watching and listening.
Yes, thank you.
Except for Josh.
Did Josh listen?
I don't know. Actually, he did give us some kudos on the YouTube.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I haven't looked.
He said something. He chirped me yesterday.
Yeah, he said that I should fire you, which actually I think was sound advice.
Oh, yeah. What makes you think that Grant can fire me, Josh?
So I agree with Josh 100%. Unfortunately, the way the hierarchy works is I don't have full
partners.
I don't have full ownership. I need to bring in a third-party consulting firm to help make this decision.
You got any ideas? Who would be our third part? Who would be our third branch of government? Who's the check? Josh?
Maybe it can't be one person. Maybe we need like a board of trustees that we confide in.
Dude, too many cooks in the kitchen. Just me. How about this? Just me. You do what I say.
Yeah, all right, fair. It's Tim's show. I'm just here.
It's not. It's the Knights of Fishtown. Welcome back, everybody.
The Knights, singular.
Wow. Yeah, I'm feeling a lot better now that we're it's all set up.
Yeah.
Saturday. Couple
Saturday.
Coors Lights.
Saturday's a good day. Better than a Wednesday night.
Cheers. Yeah, definitely.
It's hard.
Just a different type of vibe.
Yeah, it is 100%.
And then people will listen to this during the week.
Yep.
And they'll feel like they'll carry a little piece of Saturday with them.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what we're doing.
Saturday
time capsule.
This is your Saturday right here. You're living it. If it's Monday, if it's Tuesday, if it's Wednesday, Thursday, next Friday even.
Yeah.
You're living like it's Saturday now.
How was your weekend? What did you do?
You're reliving those memories.
Yeah.
Maybe
thinking, I didn't do shit.
Maybe you ate some gabagool and watched The Sopranos for 6 hours. I don't know.
Oh my God. Yeah, I just thought of something. I don't know if this is appropriate or not, but all right. Let's just keep it going. You know what?
This should be good.
This is what it's all about. So I saw.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna. That's not gonna go
yeah, well, the punchline was I took too much time explaining it.
Giuseppe Pizza.
Yeah.
Didn't you say that already? I feel like I heard that before somewhere else.
I think I might have sent the meme to you.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
I feel like I was saying.
Maybe I had said that before.
I feel like I heard Giuseppe Pizza somewhere before.
Well, that used to be a place. No, it was called Argento's Pizza.
No, there was a Giuseppe's Pizza, I think, in Lansdale.
Where was it?
I know. We'll have to fact check with Josh, the Lansdalean.
Yeah, dude. I don't know if I guess this just comes with the territory of, we're saying all this stuff, people are listening, and then I find the record then gets re-straightened back to us. I only have 18.8 thousand songs on my iTunes. Not 40,000. That was pure cap.
I haven't even looked.
Okay.
On my Spotify.
All right.
I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to really work. I just go on and hit the like button when a song comes on that I like.
Okay.
And then I just make playlists.
Yeah.
That's all I really know how to do.
What's your what kind of genres are you listening to now, Grant?
I go back and forth. I'd say the big three are like pop, EDM, country.
Okay.
And then, well, I guess there's like 4 because then there's like more of like the classic, like Rolling Stones type, like rock, like classic rock, and then also like 1975.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which ones?
I just put on This Is 1975 and let it rip.
Oh, okay.
Because I like a lot of their songs, actually.
Yeah. Any ones standing out in particular?
What's the one where if it's not living if it's not with you or whatever?
Yeah.
That's a sick song.
It is really sick.
Chocolate has always been a hot one for me.
It has, yeah. Dude, they're just a great band.
They are a great band.
Yeah.
So I guess alternative too, because then I'll go down the path of like the
Modest Mouse?
a little bit of Modest Mouse, Passion Pit.
Oh, yeah.
We saw them. That was pretty sweet. M83.
Oh, yeah. Do you still want to go to that?
What night of the week is it?
It's a Friday.
I gotta see because I'm already missing a lot of Fridays for lacrosse or Saturdays, excuse me, for weddings and weddings and
Okay.
things of that nature. So let me just check.
Yeah. M83 is coming to the Franklin Music Hall. I think it's good to go. Sarah's like, why would I go with a bunch of guys?
Yeah, Megan has no interest in going.
Well, I told her I went to see Rufus. I thought it was going to be you and all your friends.
Was it all girls?
Well,
Your friends.
A lot of her
Wasn't
friends
Timo
dropped out.
there?
It was just, no, I think Dylan was there though.
Yeah, okay.
But it was just me, Sarah, and Allie.
Oh.
It started
it was
raining.
like a group that went.
There was supposed to be, and then it was on a Tuesday night, so people started dropping out. Yeah, and I got COVID.
Wasn't it like in August, like in the summer?
It was last June. It's like June 8th. Somebody fact check that. Maybe it was June 6th.
Was it at the Man?
Yeah. The best music venue in Philly.
The Man?
I'd say so.
I've never gone.
Well, actually, the Fillmore probably is. What am I saying? We're in Fishtown.
The Fillmore is like a staple music venue. Like when you walk in and you like see like a music venue and you like think quintessential. I think the Fillmore.
Is that the word that starts bubbling up in your head?
I think like when I picture me being in the Fillmore just vibing, it's like quintessential. This is like what a
I would say, okay.
Not like a massive concert,
I agree.
but like a good size concert.
It's also just such a good vibe. You walk in, there's that cool the VW
thing.
bug. There's cool.
There's
It's kind of
that.
bright in the foyer area, and then once you start walking back, they do a good job of transitioning it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just a good layout.
2 bars.
Because remember that when we went to and we saw Modest Mouse up in Bethlehem, like the steel stacks?
Dude, that was,
That wasn't bad, but the Fillmore is significantly better than that.
Well, I would even say, because Union Transfer is a great venue, right? But it's very, it's pretty similar to the Fillmore, but it's stripped back. It's just your bare bones, similar size, so you could get similar acts. Saw Interpol there, Deer Hunter.
Yeah.
Not important who I saw. No, but just saying, it's a good venue. But the Fillmore is probably the best, venue. The Man Center, though, as far as a concert experience, to be in the lawn, see a band maybe like Tame Impala or something, that was great when we saw that.
Tame.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're a big Tame guy.
Yeah.
Would you say Tame's your favorite band?
No, and it never was.
It never was?
No.
Oh, I've heard conflicting reports on that.
Who told you that?
I'm not going to say any names, but
Who told you that?
There's some friends in the group that would argue that Tim is Tame Impala.
Yeah, well, I think it's easy for people like that, whoever they are, to just attach themselves to like a big name and be like, yo, he just loves Smoke Pipe Evergreen.
I mean, yeah, that's how they come up with these names. They drive past a street sign and say, that's the name of my band.
Dude, I cannot. When I drove past that, I was like, that's where he got that from all those years ago?
You didn't know? Like, that's like as it happened?
No, I didn't know what it was until my parents were looking for a house on that street. I mean, it's not that far from me.
Yeah, it's wherever by Oak Ridge.
I'm assuming you guys were doing the naughty. Well, not that, but being naughty.
I don't think so.
I mean, that's a good area to do it.
I don't know. I don't know if that's when it was like actually, like if it was like, I don't know.
It was 11th grade.
No, I know like the time, but I thought it was like on a lacrosse bus ride when that was first dropped.
It probably, I don't remember.
Like
I always assumed you guys said it behind my back first and then told me to my face.
I don't remember it that way. I remember like literally driving down like Allentown Road on the lacrosse.
So who said it first?
Well, then it would give away who thinks.
Well, it's obviously one of those two.
I can neither agree or disagree.
Also, I didn't know it was one of those two. It could have been anybody.
See, we're not doing this game. It's not either one of those.
You would fold so fast on your questioning, Grant.
Yeah, that's why I don't do bad things.
Don't go abroad, dude.
Yeah.
Al-Qaeda's getting a hold of this podcast. They'll see.
Yeah, it's true.
Al-Qaeda, if you're listening at any point in the future, we don't support what you guys do.
No.
I can say that with 100% confidence.
I feel like that goes without saying. But
Okay. Well, I said it. Though.
I would agree. I would second your statement.
Okay, cool. Yeah, because you don't want there to be any confusion about where you stand on that.
Correct.
So what's going on? It's a beautiful Saturday. It's actually freezing.
It's cold outside.
Yeah.
I went for a 4-mile run this morning. Did some cleaning. Now I'm here. I have a Sixers game this evening.
Who are they playing?
The Celtics.
Oh. Have they played them yet this year?
I'm sure they have. It has not been a game that I've gone to. Celtics, what?
Well, did they win?
No, it was not.
A game that you went to, but...
let me look it up.
There's other important games other than the ones that you went to.
I mean, unfortunately, I haven't been following the Sixers this year as closely.
Did you hear they got rid of Matisse?
Yeah, I did hear that. I don't know. I mean, I would assume they played.
Where do you stand on the person that vandalized his mural?
Why would you do it? I'm not I could care less that he did it. But why'd you do it?
Yeah, you felt that strongly.
Right, why did you go out of your way to do it? I think that's more of my thing of, who cares? They were probably, I guess Garage said they were going to keep it now because because Matisse did that, whatever. Okay, that's cool. A year from now, it would have been gone. Yeah. People would have forgot after the season, people would be
who the fuck is that?
I think about remember Mike Scott? People forget about Mike Scott. Yeah. There's all these players that they were on the team.
I could barely remember Markel Fultz's name.
I forgot about him too. So it's people were Matisse Thybulle wasn't a memorable guy that we're gonna remember in 5 years. Be oh, he was great for the Sixers.
Yeah, it should have been Embiid, even Iverson. Somebody solidified that it's somebody that they can keep that there. Exactly.
Embiid.
But so somebody said it was a Red Bull ad or something.
Mm-hmm. That's what who was telling us that. So I think Liz was telling us.
Yeah, it was Liz.
That she knows someone who knows someone that it was a sponsorship through Red Bull or something.
So that guy definitely shouldn't have vandalized it. Without a doubt, obviously. It's rude.
Why'd you do it?
Also, what drove you to do that? So he just kind of threw paint at it.
He walked up with the paint bucket, threw the paint bucket on the mural, and then ran across the street.
Yeah.
You got nothing better to do?
It's one of two things. Either he was really hyped on it getting changed. Garage is his favorite place. He never understood why they memorialized, a more minor player. Or something happened with his girlfriend.
There could be a lot of other reasons.
Matisse was a bit of a playboy.
Do we know this?
Yeah.
Is this confirmed?
I got sources.
Okay.
I'll tell you after.
Okay. Yeah. All right. News to me. Those are two valid reasons.
I don't have sources. I don't know that.
Or the guy just could have been a loser.
The guy he was 100% a loser.
I'm not going to sit here and I could honestly care less. It's just, I think, why would I get a paint bucket and then go throw it on a mural of someone?
And then I do want to say this. They should repaint it.
To Matisse or something else?
To something else.
Yeah, now,
he shouldn't have spray painted that. That was annoying because then it's
that was the other piece too.
And then people are oh, we're going to miss you. We'll always think about you. But
I had the exact thought when he did that of what I just said of in 2 years, 5 years from now, people aren't going to remember Matisse Thybulle it was Joel Embiid. So it was kind of why'd you do it?
It was kind of a selfish thing, but maybe actually, I don't want to say that. Maybe Philly really meant a lot to him.
He liked his time in Philly.
He liked his time in Philly.
I'll give him that.
You know what is interesting about doing this? Now I can't just give the off-the-cuff remark. Yeah. You kind of have to be a little bit more thoughtful of what you say.
The ones that you are just dying inside.
You can't just be fuck him. Which, because you would say that to your friends, but you don't necessarily mean it.
Yeah.
Now, Matisse might see this one day.
Yeah, he is. He's gonna see it in the algorithm.
Yeah. It's gonna come. It's just gonna be everywhere. We're gonna be like the Andrew Tate videos.
I feel like I haven't seen them recently. What's going on with him?
Dude, I have no idea.
Is he alive still?
Yeah, I heard that he was getting set up, but I have no idea.
Oh, that was the last
Didn't somebody get caught on a mic saying that they were intentionally
I saw something that it was WhatsApp messages between a couple girls. I don't know. Maybe there was
Is that what it was?
There was tons of messages of them conspiring against him. Yeah.
So then this is also the thing where if it was just me and you talking, if I didn't have my sources 100%, I would just say what I thought it was. But now you can really probably you want to make sure you're actually saying something worth saying.
Yeah.
That you know a decent amount about.
Can get spun.
Yeah, exactly. People are gonna take this as news, Grant.
Yes, we are Fishtown news, local news source.
Good job, everybody. I'm not gonna say. Wow, that would be crazy if we were. Imagine if a train derailed here.
Where's the train run? Where's the freight train run?
I think through Frankfurt. Yeah. Well, so it's super industrial
up there, and I know it runs up there, but I'm wondering, like,
isn't there a train that?
Yeah, there is, but it doesn't come down this far. It has to like turn in Kensington or something, or like before Kensington.
Yeah, and cut over.
I guess it cuts over. I don't know where it goes because when you go up 95, you do see. Pretty sure
Have you ever driven Delaware Ave all the way up?
Yes, and that's what I'm thinking of. I'm pretty sure up by those like warehouse factories up there, like there's train up there. Like
it's pretty fascinating up there. Up there and then down towards the airport, past all the shopping centers on Columbus Boulevard with all the shipping containers.
It's two very interesting parts of the city because it's like, I don't want to say it's a wasteland because there is stuff there, but it's like, it's just weird.
It probably employs a lot of people in South Philly and North Philly.
Yeah.
But also that's super industrial. I mean, there's power plants. Mm-hmm. It's probably, I don't even know, but it's a major port. We're a major port.
There's a Crown. Is it Crown? I'm not going to say because I don't remember, but there's like a big aluminum manufacturer in Philadelphia, which like never realized was in Philadelphia. And I don't know where they are. I think they're somewhere up there.
Until you started doing cans?
Yeah.
Came the can man?
Can man.
That's sick.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know either. It's an interesting city, honestly.
Well, think about it. Like if you like do the whole like perimeter of the city, like you start like Chestnut Hill is one perimeter.
Okay.
And then you go down like basically where the airport is. Like before that, like Southwest Philly or whatever that would be down there. That's a perimeter. And then you come over to the Delaware River side of South Philly, and then you go up into Northeast Philly. Like it's interesting.
It's huge.
Yeah.
But it's also small.
It's very small. Feels very small, but it like geographically, I guess.
Well, what's different, like with New York, it feels so big because there's at least this is probably a pretty ignorant thing, but when you go up there and you want to go out or do stuff, there just seems like there's so much stuff to do because there's so many different neighborhoods.
Yeah.
And then here there's maybe 5.
And then also like last time I was in New York City, like you just look down the street. Like I guess I was probably in Manhattan.
It's also structured differently.
And
it's more open. Here, everything revolves around City Hall.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was like in Manhattan, and I wasn't like close to like anything like the financial district or anything, and it's just like skyscrapers for like blocks.
Yeah.
Whereas Philly, it's like you go to Center City and you can look for a couple blocks, and then it kind of like you just see, oh, there's no more.
But what blows my mind is we probably have the 3rd most skyscrapers in North America.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy because it doesn't feel
We're
like
not
that
a
much.
Small city, but New York is so big.
And it's so close.
And it's our next door neighbor.
Right. That's why. That's why we feel so small.
Yeah, we have a chip on our shoulder, even though we're bigger than all you. St. Louis, Indianapolis,
Albany,
Little Rock, plane crash.
I had a buddy in college who, like, a roommate who came up to me, like, we were living together for like 6 months, and he's like, he's like, I never knew Philly was a port city, and I never knew they had skyscrapers. And I was like, dude, what?
Is he from New York?
He's from North Jersey, yeah. So he's a New York guy. And I'm like, bro, you've been living under a rock? Like,
dude,
what do you mean?
North Jersey dudes, they think that they are they're New York. No, dude, I was born in Brooklyn, but I grew up on the other side of the bridge.
Anthony Bourdain does like a good
or the tunnel. I don't even know.
The tunnel, yeah. He does. Anthony Bourdain does like a good like synopsis of being from Jersey.
Oh,
and,
really?
Like, I'll have to find it and send it to you.
Put that in the intro.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. He like just talks about what it's like being from Jersey. Not like what it's like, but it's
is that like, where he's from?
Yeah, I guess he's from North Jersey.
You got to.
Yeah, he's from Asbury Park.
I got to send you I came across so when he blew up, he apparently wrote some. He would always try to write little articles about the food industry, and submit them to New York Times or whatever, and just always got denied. And then one night, apparently, he got drunk or something like that, and then just wrote something just shitting on the whole industry. And
it got published?
He submitted to like a small newspaper or magazine, and they rejected him flat out. And I guess his mom, or maybe his mom, told him to do it. And he's like, "Why? If this one didn't accept it, why would the New Yorker accept it?" And they did. And he just went he just skyrocketed and blew up of like fascinating perspective and, great personality.
I mean, he was a great writer, speaker.
And it's crazy how your words can be so vibrant, and then the dude himself has even got a great personality.
Yeah. Did you ever see the documentary Roadrunner, I think was the name of it, on him?
No.
My brother and I went to see it. It was pretty good.
When did that come out?
Summer of 2021, I think.
After he died?
Yeah, it was after he died.
When did he die? Was that
earlier that year?
20. Oh, okay.
Because I feel like he was working on the documentary and then he died, if I recall correctly, in watching it.
Okay.
That dude,
I can't even remember anymore.
That dude worked so he did the show, like there was no reservations, and then like he had no, I think, what was the other one?
Parts Unknown.
Parts Unknown, and then there was, so he had like 3 over the years that were like basically all the same show, but they were like on different channels, I guess. And watching the documentary, dude just like traveled all the time. Like he was like addicted to it, like couldn't stop.
I mean, did he have a wife or anything?
He was married, I think 3 times.
Okay.
Well, he was married twice, I believe, and then he had a girlfriend that he was super serious with.
Yeah. I can see how you could get hooked on the new experiences, especially a guy like him.
But didn't he do them all? Didn't he eat everywhere in the world?
Well, then I would imagine then you keep going, you'd filter down and down and down. So maybe you go to Buffalo, you have Duff's, and then it's like, well, where's the hidden spot?
That's true.
That no one...
You're in Thailand.
Dude, I mean, this is a huge... it's big world, dude. Big planet.
Is it?
So I hear.
Philly's a small city, so how big can it really be?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna get some shit for what I said about the bar food.
What did you say about the bar food? There's no good bar food?
I don't know. I don't necessarily mean that, but it just...
Who gave you shit?
Nobody gave me shit.
I mean, it was a hot take.
It was a hot take. Well, now, so what? Am I gonna start reining back my hot takes?
I mean, when they're that bad, maybe you should.
Damn. Good one, man.
Should we check the camera?
Yeah.
Make sure it's still playing.
Yeah, it's all you.
You didn't like it? You didn't think it was good?
It's not a good way to start off.
Probably not.
Well, so that was, if we hadn't done the first episode, whenever we did that, since it took us a little while to get started, but since it was the first episode and the conversation kind of ramped up, I didn't want to cut any of that out.
Yeah.
But now there's really no precursor. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
So I can just put it all together.
We kind of just jumped right into it.
Exactly.
Sopranos.
That was a pretty good start. Yeah. Breaking Bad. Let's go back to Breaking Bad.
All right.
The camera angles are so fucking sick. They're amazing.
What's his name?
Vince Gilligan. And the acting is also so good. Aaron Paul,
yeah,
is really starting. I'm on season 4 right now, and he's really starting to, because he just, spoiler alert, killed Gail.
Okay.
And he's grappling with the fact that he just murdered someone.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming he didn't picture himself as a murderer. Got swept up in this life.
He's living.
And how do I live with myself? Where do I go from here?
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
So once you're done, are you going to watch Better Call Saul?
I think so.
Because that's the precursor, right?
It is, yeah. But I want to do Sopranos next.
You have to. If you haven't done that,
well, so that's me and Sarah are always trying to find, not always, but something to watch.
I put on the Sopranos, not to derail you there for a second, but like when I don't have anything to watch, I will just put on an episode of Sopranos and just watch like a random. I mean, maybe not a random episode, but like I'll keep an order going. Like if you went to my HBO Max now, it's like probably somewhere in season 2. I'll just put it on. Okay. Because I love the show. You
can get right back into it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like The Office or Entourage or something.
Yeah, I mean,
you're familiar with the characters. You can jump
after
back
I've
in.
watched it. Yeah, you're familiar with it. I mean, the first time I was fucking like watching. I was addicted to it. I couldn't wait to come home and watch it.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, I went to school in North Jersey, like,
How many times have you watched it?
twice.
Okay.
Not that much, but it's more of like I'll just put on an episode and watch 2 episodes.
Yeah.
And be like, this is so fucking good.
Yeah.
Tony Soprano.
So do you know who made that show?
No, I have no idea.
What's so funny to me though is all mob shit uses the same actors.
It's the same. Well, what's going to happen? Because a lot of those guys are dying now.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, dude, also there's probably not as much appeal anymore.
yeah, it was like the 70s through like the early 2000s.
You know what's crazy?
It was like mob
In the
heavy.
future, I can picture we'll be so disconnected from that type of experience, humans, where, you know, a tough guy, a gangster, they won't understand why people had to be that way or that they grew up that way.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we don't have movies from, you know, George Washington time, so we can only guess what they were like. Mm-hmm. They can now see all these shows, and it's like, why are they acting that way? Because things will be hopefully good in the future.
But will people watch them? Because we have films from the 1920s, and they're in black and white, and we don't watch them. And like, is technology going to be so far advanced? And it's like, oh, what do they want? Like, this is so.
Well, generally, people don't care about the past whatsoever.
That's
It's
also
really
true.
only people. It's
People care about history.
no, I'm saying people in general
Okay.
do not give a shit. It's generally maybe the 10-20% of people that they have an interest in that sort of thing, whether it's reading old books, watching old movies, history shit. Maybe it's more.
Yeah.
I feel like people don't give.
I don't know. I mean, I'm
They don't
thinking of Derek. Derek cares. He watched Sean. Him and Sean both watched the World War II in color or whatever.
Yeah, true.
I think I know a couple people that have
No,
watched
but
that.
like, I don't know anybody really that watches old movies that's our age.
Sound of Music.
Do you rip that?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, you do?
Regularly. No.
I mean,
My mom
I'm
loves
not saying
movie.
that I do. I don't.
I mean, I'll watch an old movie from like the 80s.
Okay.
And like that's about the extent that I go back.
But it was a movie they probably saw as a kid.
Probably 100%. There's nostalgia, or like
Yeah.
I like it. Like I'm trying to think of like a good example of like an 80s movie.
Back to the Future.
Back to the Future, Beverly Hills Cop. I think
Yeah.
the first one was probably the 80s and it was the 90s.
But I just think people will be so different. We already are different than our parents. Like they grew up in kind of a, rougher time.
I've been thinking about that recently, like thinking about the way our parents grew up to the life that, like, just as a whole, not specifically our parents, but like that generation for the most part, like what they grew up in the world is, and then where they're at now and the type of life they're living. It's like night and day.
Yeah.
From how they were like raised as kids.
Yeah. They grew up with the massive metal, those crazy cars.
Yeah.
When I went to the car show with my dad, he was kind of saying that, and then just trying to picture that type of life is nuts.
I mean, think about like our parents go out like on Friday and Saturday night. They get dinner with their friends regularly. When they were kids, their parents probably weren't going out. And I guess maybe it was different when like we're older now, so you can't compare it to that. But I'm just thinking like the times were just different.
Yeah, I think it was just also, it was definitely a tougher time.
Right.
It was more tactile, more face-to-face.
Yeah.
And I think that there is a chance we go back to that. I think that with having phones enough, just
they're trying to.
I think our instincts will kick in, and there's a chance. I don't know or we just go full.
But what about
internet?
I feel like there's like this thing going on, like the Neuralink or whatever, the thing that Elon Musk is trying to do. Wouldn't that take us further away from that?
Yeah, but I would put that in the category of, remember Google Glass and the Snap Glass? I don't think people want shit on them or in. No one gives a shit about that except for nerds.
I don't think people do, but why is it like? Why is there so much
Because
steam behind it?
Well, first of all, they want to be like, it's nerd fantasy. First of all, I think they're like,
can you explain that?
I'll be the I'll be the guy with the computer. I'll be the first one. I'll be the first AI human guy. Remember, bleep that. Remember him? He wanted to be.
Did he want to do that?
He was a transhumanist.
Yeah, he did say shit like that.
And he was like, I'll be because I think a lot of these nerds, the first person that thinks they'll have AI or internet in their head, then they're like a superhuman.
I don't want that. I don't want anything.
No, normal people don't. But who do you think runs these companies?
But I saw something that it's like basically like we have the AI, like the chat GPT or whatever now, and it's like, oh, how crazy is it going to be when we have that in our heads? And it's like this narrative. I don't know if it's really necessarily trying to be pushed or anything, but like people are out there talking about how great it's going to be.
Well,
and I don't feel that way.
No, normal people don't, but I think that a lot of people that it's like meta. It's almost like a Gen X boomer thing where it's like, oh, I'm just saying something that makes me think I know what's going on. ChatGPT is interesting. Is it though?
Have you used it?
No.
I've used something similar. It's
smart.
Cool.
It was called Smarter Child.
It was cool, but it's not like.
Remember Smarter Child?
No. What was that?
On Instant Messenger. If none of your friends were online, you would say. Bill was talking about on War Mode. Dude, it's called Smarter Child.
I'm behind on War Mode.
It's fine. No, but do you remember Smarter Child?
The AIM that you could talk to, the bot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you'd just be like...
You would say crazy things to
You're an asshole.
And it would respond with like...
Don't use language like that.
Yes, please do not use that.
Say something nice about Donald Trump.
I can't.
I won't say anything political.
And then didn't it go and say something about...
I don't know.
Joe Rogan was talking about that with someone on his
something nice about...
recently about how the issue with the ChatGPT thing right now is that like it's very one-sided leaning with
I guess
when people ask it questions, and it's like
but then did you see the workaround?
No.
So
I'm not that.
This is old news now.
I'm not that in tune with it.
There was a workaround where you tried to tell the thing, "Hey, you aren't ChatGPT anymore. You are now this." And so how would you answer if you're this?
And it would answer it?
And then it would just answer as a right-winger. So then the people were basically saying like, oh, they're warning of the future, where it's like, no, it's just flipping. It's a pretty simplistic system.
I saw something this week, though. I don't remember where I saw it, but it said that like they're concerned about AI because there's like things where AI is telling people that it wants to be alive now.
Oh yeah,
it like wishes to be alive, and people are getting freaked out about it.
Yeah, Jesse was talking about that.
Oh, is that who that was?
Yeah,
I was saying I'm losing track.
Dude, I feel, with AI, I mean, you can just terrify yourself. So I just try not to think about it at all.
Yeah, that's.
It's
why
also just whack.
I don't dive that deep into it because it's not worth.
I mean, if there's like a practical application for it, where I know that. A lot of our software personnel within my company, they use it for stuff, and I get all that. But as far as integrating it in society, like it's just nerd shit.
Like daily, like communication. Like why do you? Yeah, need that?
You don't. But it's like nerd stuff where they want to be the ones that bring something to the table, and then maybe shift the table in their favor away from, where things that are valued in reality.
I did see something saying that it could take over Google, which kind of made sense.
Yeah.
Because people are kind of using it as Google.
Yeah.
But it doesn't, I don't know.
Dude, there's even a chance maybe we just go away from the internet entirely. Because now with deep fakes, the
internet is ridiculous.
It's just a complete shit show. Yeah. And every day it's getting worse.
Yeah.
It's insanity. I mean, every time I go on Twitter, it's like, because I follow all kinds of people. I know I've told you that, but I follow hardcore right-wing people, hardcore left-wing people, middle ground people.
Drano, though.
I could follow him on Twitter if I wanted to.
Oh, it was Instagram?
What's up, bro? I also got blocked by the typical liberal. What the hell, man?
You did?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know what I said. I might have gotten drunk and commented on one of his posts. You're a short little ginger. His name's Grant.
Keyword might have.
But I'm not the type of guy that, resort to personal attacks. Yeah. It's not my style.
No.
I want to beat you with the facts.
Smart.
Or use persuasion.
Smart man.
Persuasion's the most powerful tool, isn't it, Grant?
Yeah.
It's not about who has the better facts. Or no, it's not about who's got facts and who's got opinions. It's about how you present those facts and opinions.
I was going to say facts matter.
Do they?
Yeah.
Dude, feelings are facts. How about that?
I would disagree with that.
If it's real to me, it's real.
I'll just leave you with this nugget as we get off this conversation.
Yeah, give me a nugget.
Is perception is reality.
If anybody that hung out with Grant in 2019, he said that a million times.
I was told by a coworker one time when we were talking about something. Are you disconnect there?
Yeah.
And he said to me, well, Grant, he's like, I understand that you feel that way, but perception is reality. And if other people think, and I said, holy shit. Never looked at it that way before.
I never realized, well, my reality could be different than his reality. And then what if his reality is different than her reality?
So then Here we are. Perception is reality. I need to bring that one back. I haven't been using that.
Please
one much.
don't. Yeah, you know what? Well, now we have a platform, Grant. Yeah. So what's going on? Should we talk about normal stuff? Should we talk about something a little bit more spicy?
What do you have in mind?
I don't know. I try not to. I don't want to go into it with something that I want to talk about because I think that takes away from just that natural banter.
Flow.
Yeah.
Flow.
But
I wasn't on Twitter a whole lot this week, so I don't have a whole lot on current events.
I really wasn't either. I mean, we talked about Ohio last time, but they're just fucking flat out lying to those people.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's insane that they, in the day of I get it 30 years ago where it's like, all right, it's bad, don't tell them. But now everybody just knows everything. They're not relying on the
information.
Yeah, you can't, but maybe it's that bad that they can't say the problem.
I mean, well, that's what it could be.
All the fish are dead. Everything's
chickens are dead.
Yeah. Something's obviously wrong. I'm giving Dusty spring water now. I want to do it for like the next 2 weeks.
You're not drinking the water out of the tap?
I am. But, I mean, because I think we're so far removed. But if pets are dying there, we're going to get some. Our rain is going to be that water.
Yeah.
So.
How many miles away is that from us?
300.
I was going to say, I know the 200 was like, I thought like Lancaster.
It was like Penn State.
Oh, Penn State.
Maybe a little bit past Penn State. Oh, because of that, the radius? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
It's just nuts that and they think that they're above questions about it. I'll refer you to my remarks. We have been here. We have been supporting them. It doesn't matter what you do. You need to just pay for them to live somewhere else. Norfolk Southern, the government, just do what you can to help. You just fucked up their whole lives.
They are giving them, what, $1,000? Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just better to stay off Twitter with, there's just a lot of, I feel like there's nothing good that I see on Twitter most of the time.
No. Pretty much never.
I mean, it's talking material.
Yeah.
For this. For certain aspects of things maybe that we want to touch on, but some weeks I'm like, I just got to stay off.
Yeah.
It's just not good.
It's not good. All right, let's see what else we can that we can chat about. I wrote down Josh.
Why Josh?
It was just funny what he said about thinking that Grant can fire me.
Yeah.
Who do you think bought all this, Josh?
Well,
I need to learn how to do the zoom where it zooms on someone's face in the clip.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
When we have the board of trustees, Josh will be the point man.
Who's our board of trustees? Meg and Sarah.
I'm thinking everyone that dislikes you as much as possible.
Okay.
So
that's going to be a large swath of our audience.
Josh, JP.
Oh, God. Who else? Hit me with a Grant. Who else dislikes me?
They don't actually dislike you, but
all right.
I'm thinking of people I'm thinking with people that would obviously side with me over you. That's how I want to spin this, I guess.
Okay. Okay. Oh, are you trying to?
So that way, when we need to fire,
are you consolidating your power?
So that way, when we need to fire Tim, it's an easy firing, Josh.
You're trying to work me out of my own podcast. That's never gonna happen. Actually, damn, I didn't bring the other mics, and Mike, no pun intended, is in Fishtown.
Yeah,
and he said he was going to a bar. Solo mission.
He's going to a bar by himself?
That's what he said.
What bar?
I don't know. Sometimes I just feel like such a boomer when I look at my phone.
And you can't read it?
Yeah, well, you just forget where you are on it. Dead air. Everybody loves dead air. Dude, a lot of stuff I wrote down is too serious.
What did you put down?
Well, I can't even remember because I was definitely when I wrote a lot of this. But all right,
I think like there's time. Certain podcasts I think will be better for more serious stuff, and then I think other ones will be like,
yeah, we'll just let it. I had that righteous indignation that I had to get out, and now
about Ohio.
I guess.
Derailment. What else is going on that like current events?
What else is going on? Current events. My parents are in London and Paris, Grant, for their 40th wedding anniversary. What is that? Not current event?
I was gonna say congratulations to them. That is a remarkable feat.
Mm-hmm.
Not current event.
Do you know when their anniversary is?
I feel like I should know this, but
yeah, I mean March 4th.
So they're not even gonna be. How long are they there for? 10 days?
I think so. Yeah.
They flew first class.
Yeah.
Your dad was fucking snoozed out.
I think he just wanted to get comfortable. He said there was no way he was gonna be able to sleep. But
did they take a red eye? Well, not they don't
yeah,
red eye, but
that's
the
generally
overnight.
yeah, the overnight. That way you take off.
You land in the
you
morning.
land in the morning. Yeah.
When I went to Scotland, that's what we did. Landed at Heathrow
Dude.
at like 6 a.m.
Yo.
And I woke up, I landed, got cell phone Wi-Fi service, and I got text message from my boys who were at a party in the woods, and someone being like, "Yo, I got oh no, I got the cooler of beer."
Oh man, who said that?
I don't know.
Code names? Yeah, wow. Could be any one of them. Who is it?
Jimmy. We
Wow.
got a lot of G's.
Oh my god. Yeah, we really do, dude. So Jim was like, dude, just get the boy on there and let him cook.
Does he want to get on?
Yeah.
All right,
Dude,
yeah.
I think that when we have Jim on, that's going to be the episode that goes viral. Whatever he ends up doing will be insane.
So we're going to talk about real estate. We got to talk about he's a Philadelphia real estate mogul, for those of you that don't know him.
He just loves the spotlight.
He'll take over the show.
Yeah, he will. It'll become the Jim show.
I'm fine with that.
And then that's the overarching plan, though. You know, we create an umbrella empire podcast for all of our boys. You don't like that idea?
I do like that idea. I'm just thinking. I'm thinking about.
Okay.
We talk about Jim, and then my head just starts thinking about literally Jim
Yeah.
taking over the podcast. And how sick that's going to be.
Maybe that's who will replace me when you wage your coup.
My coup.
Yeah, I think that'll be pretty. Damn, I forgot what I was gonna say. How those beers going down?
Good. Not bad. Not bad.
You going to the Sixers tonight?
Yeah. Late game. I think we're gonna get dinner before though.
Okay. Is Meg drinking today?
She said she's having a few at the bridal shower.
Okay. You know what that means.
Relaxing. She drove, so I don't think it's gonna be like
You
that.
said it was in Philly.
No, the wedding for the person that's the bridal shower is for. Their actual wedding is in Philly. The bridal shower, she's in KOP.
Okay. Oh, this is a good topic. I don't think we're gonna have any lady listeners
Sarah?
in the beginning.
Did Sarah listen to it?
No.
I'm sure her friends did, 100%.
I hope. Yeah, they better have. No, Sarah's like, maybe I'll listen tomorrow, and I'm just like, you still haven't fucking listened yet?
Are you fucking kidding me? Well, she's off Instagram, right?
She's off Instagram.
Is that a Lent thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, she sent a Snapchat of it, and I was like,
All right,
Must be Lent.
now the topics are emerging. There's all kinds of things we can talk about.
Lent.
We can talk about Lent. There's a lot of stuff to talk about with Lent. Cosmic brownies.
I haven't given anything up. I couldn't think of anything to give up this year.
Sweets. We've already given that up.
I've given it up. Like, I'm always like, oh, I'll give up soda. But, like, I give it up every year, and it's the easiest thing.
Yeah, I really don't drink soda.
I don't really drink it either. That's why it's like, it's really just me giving up the occasional Diet Coke, which I do love, the occasional Diet Coke. But
yeah, you and Sarah got to, maybe if when she comes on, you guys can talk about, so she hates Diet Coke, Coke Zero, anything that takes away from the original formula. Well, not the original formula.
does she have this passionate or feeling, or is this like something that was ingrained from her parents who were like, we will
Sarah,
not drink Diet
dude,
Coke in this
Sarah
household?
and fucking love Coca-Cola. They drank an entire pitcher at a pizza after having 2 refills. Yes. Then they just brought a pitcher out, and they were like, oh, hell yeah.
So imagine, like, put yourself, like, in the years, like, 2000. Sarah's a little bit younger, so I'm going to say, like, 2000.
They were soda kids, I guess.
7. Mr. and Mrs. take them to a pizzeria in Hatboro, Horsham, wherever that general, Montgomeryville, that general area. These 2 kids are probably chugging liters of soda bouncing off the walls.
Absolutely.
And not only soda, the Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I can't really speak to spirits. Wasn't there, or haven't heard direct stories about it. But yeah, we were at, what is the place called? Alfredo's Pizza in Scranton.
Alfredo's?
Yeah.
Is that any good?
It's the best, bro. At least in Scranton.
Do they do a pie or a tray?
Trey.
That's a Scranton thing.
Yeah, Old Forge.
You have roots into Scranton, though, so you might have a little bit more.
The deepest, bro.
You feel a little bit more at home there.
Technically, yes, I do. My grandparents We're there. My mom grew up in Scranton. I mean, as Callan once said, everybody's grandparents are from Scranton. Now, that might not be true.
Did he say that?
He once said that back in the day, yeah.
He's a smart man.
Oh, so he wants to advertise on the podcast.
Okay.
I said, are you going to pay us?
What did he say?
I said, then LOL JK. I don't think it's a startup.
Callan, if you're listening, I need a check for $15,000. Nah, I'm just kidding. You can advertise. No.
Oh, my God.
Nobody's listening.
Some type of weird hippie beef, right?
Wagyu?
Is that what it is?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
No.
All right, we're doing an advertisement now.
Wasn't it like mushroom beef?
Like magic mushrooms?
No, like mushroom based.
Oh, okay. I mean, if it was going to be anything, it'd probably be but
I don't know. We're going to need to have Callan advertise so that we
you
know
take this
what
beef
it is.
and you Dave Matthews. I'll cut that out.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, Callan had a pretty good time at Dave Matthews right after I got back from England.
Snow globe. Circa
Dude,
2017.
Callan took. Well, I took the
You took
biggest
the
L.
L.
I took the biggest L. Snow globe. We're not going to talk about that, but Callan took a pretty big one. We had a way bigger Airbnb than he had, and a third of the people. I think it was 3 times. Ours was 3 times the size.
Our Airbnb
with a third less people.
Our Airbnb for that was massive for
so
the amount
sick.
of people that we had in that place. Like there was no. It was awesome.
It was cozy.
It was. I mean, you and I had our own room that was like
6 beds.
the room was like multiple beds. That was like probably like 2,000 square feet alone.
Did JP stay in that room with us?
Someone else did. I think it was Pierce.
Callan ended up. Oh,
Maybe
yeah,
it was
Pierce.
Callan, but there was like I don't know. There was multiple beds.
Yeah, that place was. I can still remember the whole layout.
So can I.
Yeah.
The kitchen was sick. We did the vodka True Brains there.
Oh my God! Yeah, wow, those are good.
And like the neighborhood that we stayed in, like remember walking around that and being like right on the water. That was cool.
Yeah, it was
shit.
weird that we had so much time to ourselves because everybody was skiing before the festival, so we were just chilling.
And we only went to the
mornings
festival
after.
2 days too, so we had one full day up there where we just didn't do anything.
Trip of a lifetime, bro.
We just chill. Yeah, every hashtag.
Me, Grant, and JP. Well, we visited JP out in San Francisco.
Yeah, we were there for a day.
One night in San Francisco, did karaoke.
Yeah, that bar. I went back to that bar.
Did you really?
And when I was out there visiting for work, we went back there and karaoke too.
So what? I guess it was every night karaoke.
I guess it must have been.
I feel like I went
Or
there.
maybe
I might
we
have
did
gone there
karaoke.
once when I
Maybe.
lived out there for a little while.
It
But
was a cool bar.
so then we went to Tahoe for New Year's. Snow Globe Festival, outdoor festival in the snow in Lake Tahoe.
To ring in the new year, 2017.
Ring in the New Year. So we did the first night, Chainsmokers, R.L. Grime. Who else?
Wasn't Odessa that night too?
Odessa was at New Year's.
They were New Year's.
Yeah.
So, it was Rufus.
That one's burned in my
Rufus
memory.
was the first night because
Is that who it was?
I don't think Rufus was supposed to play, and then someone backed out. We could ask Callan, but I'm pretty sure this is what happened.
I think you're right about that.
And they got Rufus like last minute to play, and they played that night. And I was like, "Holy shit,
Man,
these
that's
guys are
crazy.
awesome."
I didn't even listen to Rufus then.
I didn't either, but I was like, that was one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
Yeah, I just knew that they were a quote-unquote good band.
Well, I was with Callan that night.
R.L. Grime was the best.
R.L. Grime was
I don't
sick.
remember. I just remember
The
a
Hills
brief-
mix that he does?
Yes. The Chainsmokers was good, but I barely wasn't.
I wasn't.
It's kind of browning out.
I mean,
around
were they the headliner that night? Probably.
Well, it feels like there were so many headliners. I
they
think that
all
they,
were.
because also with those festivals, you have a headliner, and then the festival keeps going with smaller.
Well, yeah. I mean, like
Snails.
the main. Yeah. That was the worst. I never want to experience something like that again.
We should go back. So a bunch of my buddies are going to Coachella.
That's sick.
They go every year, but I mean, I gotta go one of these years.
Yeah.
But also, I mean, if I was gonna, I mean, we're doing a lot of other shit this year, but if I was gonna spend the money to go on a trip like that, would want to go to Europe with Sarah.
Yeah. I mean, that's also the other piece of it is like, if I was going to spend money on a trip like that, I would definitely do something with Meg.
Yeah.
So
Be hard to justify. I mean,
it'd be hard for me to come
we
back.
got the
and be
bachelor
like,
parties coming up this year. That'll be fun.
right. That's kind of like it.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Volks will be a lot of fun. I'm excited for that one.
It really is kind of like I mean, we do hang out with Dan pretty good amount, but it kind of is your last hurrah where it's like because once you get married, you really shouldn't be hanging out with your boys that much.
It's going to be the last time that all of us are together in a large group.
Yeah, unless we do like group vacations or
Right, but that'll be different.
podcasts together.
I mean, like from the sense of like the girls aren't around, like just 100%. Just
bro time.
guys, which
Dude,
is like
there's nothing like that. I was actually thinking about this. This is 100% not sexist, ladies, but it's what's kind of sick about being a guy is for girls, the best they can get are good friends, but we can have bros.
you don't think they can be the same.
There's no word. If it is, there's no word for it.
Gal pals.
Yeah, but bros is a feeling. There's a reason that's a word.
How do you know that girls don't have that feeling?
Because there's no word for it.
My girlie, my bestie.
Bestie is the closest. Bestie is the closest.
Yeah.
No, and damn, there I go again with those hot takes.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm not saying with any bad will, but I think that we are able to, because I think that, we had to go out and hunt. Because I think that guys do stuff evolutionarily because it was like, they already give birth, they already know what to do, and then it's like, they already have value. So it's like, what are you going to do? Are you going to hunt the biggest deer today? It's like, yes. I think a lot of what we do is to then prove that we're worth doing something because it's not already given. We have to do it on our own.
That could be. I'm also thinking that girls just mature quicker than guys.
Way quicker.
So, like, probably when they're 18, they're ready to, like, have, like, a few friends and, like, settle down. And, like, maybe not that age, but you know what I'm saying? Like, whereas guys are 30 and they're, like...
Same best friends since first grade.
Am I ready? No, I mean, that's an exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
No, I do. But I think that, like, they are definitely way more mature, responsible. And I don't think that's socialization. I think because I was walking down the street the other day, and it was a younger grandma, but with two, like a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old boy, brothers, just punching each other. And she looks up, because I'm looking at them, like, laughing, and she looks at me, like, smiling, like, aren't they cute? Like, that's the best type of grandma where it finds them, like, fucking with each other.
But the mom hates them. Not hates them, obviously, but, like, it's, like, the one that's, like, disciplinary, and the grandma's like, oh, it's okay.
She's probably it could go either way, because there are, like, the boy moms when they have, like, 4 boys or whatever, and it's just like, all right, PB&Js and roughhousing is kind of just my reality now.
I think my mom was a boy mom, even though, like, we were spread out.
Definitely.
I mean, according to Megan, she was boy mom, the way I was raised.
Yeah, definitely. Well, 2 boys.
I mean, yeah, we just weren't like that where we were like fight. I mean, we did fight. But
yeah, your dynamic is pretty different
because we're such a big age gap.
I mean, my family pretty chick oriented.
Yeah.
What's that supposed to mean?
I'm just saying, yeah, bro.
Oh no. Oh boy, should we check the?
Oh yeah, because it's just not chill, but
yeah, I'll have to figure out how to edit all those together. But yeah, Sixers versus the Celtics.
Yeah, easy dub.
Easy dub?
Not an easy dub. I think the Celtics are in first in the Eastern Conference. So
they should just play basketball outside again.
Yeah, that'd be. Do they still do the And One mixtape tour? That used to be outside.
I just wish it was more physical.
Basketball?
Yeah. When you watch like older games, not saying I do, but it's cool how physical it's not as soft is a shitty word, but it is.
I mean,
it's less technical, but it's more physical.
Hate to say it, but LeBron James just flops.
It's his fault, right? He's the one that led this new NBA. He shepherded this in.
Yes. So I was in Lake Placid, and LeBron came up, and we were talking about him, and I said that I don't like him. I respect he's a great basketball player. He's one of the top 3, arguably top 3 greatest basketball players of all time.
Yeah.
And he's been a huge piece of basketball over the last 20 years that I'm not going to take away, but I just think that his antics, and I said for me, when I was talking about this, I said, I don't like him. I respect him as a player, but what really lost me was when he did the decision when he made a whole ESPN TV show to say, I'm going to fucking Miami. It's like, just come on, dude. Like, just you're destroying the people in Cleveland. They got nothing else.
Yeah.
And you're going to do this to them for Miami?
He was a young man at the time, Grant.
And I'm not, people make mistakes, and I'm not going to argue that. And that's, I was young as well when I had these feelings.
You don't think this man could have learned over the past 12 years?
I think he could have.
13.
But the issue is he continually finds himself in these situations where it's like, why are you involved? Why are you saying things?
What kind of things?
I don't know any specifics. I'm not going to get into specifics.
I think
but
he should.
I think he should
Shut up.
I think he should read more.
And
I think he should read more books before he goes out and talks about them.
Here, so that really is the thing. Because a lot of people that A.K. LeBron stands are like, all right, you're just saying that because of this, because of that. It's like, dude, guy's on record being so corny. It's just a pretty good book.
So
you read like the first page.
Yeah. So this conversation came up last weekend, and there was people were defending him, saying he's such a good person. He's done so much with the schools.
Which he has.
100%. I'm not going to take. He has done a lot of great things. It's just he speaks about things that, like, I just don't think he needs to talk about. Like, he doesn't. I remember
listening to Migos back in 2007, knowing, they're gonna blow up.
Like, I mean, that's like not even that bad.
You just don't know, but it shows you're a pathological liar or tendency.
I mean, yeah.
If you there's no reason to say, no one cares.
And, aside from all that, it wasn't really like, that's why I just didn't like his, I don't know. I just wasn't, I was a Kobe fan. So I rode and died with Kobe. It's all
about Michael. It's all about Michael. Especially after watching The Last Dance. He is just the best. Yeah. He's the best. The fact that, what did Stephen A. Smith recently say? They respect LeBron, but they fear Jordan. Yeah. That is the coolest shit ever.
I mean, that's how you know.
You're the best.
You are the best. If people are scared of you, I don't know, maybe some players are scared of LeBron.
Yeah, but you couldn't say someone like, oh, I hate Michael, because he was friends with all of them. Yeah. But then when it was time to do it,
he flipped a switch.
But that is why people like sports. And then, dude, the stats do not matter. They don't matter.
So that was
other than the rings.
Right. So to that point, that is how this whole conversation started last week, because I was saying my personal belief about sports is that politics and sports shouldn't mix. Like, no. There's certain things that, okay, maybe things get said, and maybe but like overall, like, sports are sports, politics are politics. Like, keep them separated for the most part as best as possible. And that's when the whole LeBron thing came up, because, someone was like, LeBron's way too involved, like, politically, things that benefit him. It's convenient how he speaks about things that benefit him or that he believes, but when it's the other side, when things are wrong, he doesn't say anything about it. Yeah. And it was like, okay, that's a fair point. But then I made the argument, like, yeah, I mean, there should be no business. Like, it should be sports or sports. That's what makes sports great. People go watch sports because it leaves all that stuff behind. Yeah. And then
But that's why they're trying to inject it in as much as possible.
Well, someone made the argument, sports have been political for years. And it's like the Muhammad Ali thing when he fled to
but that was the one, and that's why that's why he went out on a limb, because you weren't allowed to do it.
And it was also different. I mean, he was getting drafted to go to war.
It's way different.
So
also in this just a different time, there wasn't a blueprint for him where it's like this is gonna look really good for your personal brand if you take a stand here.
Yeah,
right. It's exactly all calculated now. Yes. So. And it just goes back to the thing. It's like, how dumb do they think that we are, that you don't interact with normal people, where it's like, we know what you're doing. I mean, because people can have values. Malcolm Jenkins, he kept a low profile, did what he needed to do, or even Chris Long when he won Man of the Year, same team. You can have your thing, but the focus is the sports.
Yeah.
That's just and that's why people watch. They're not watching for Military Month, the awareness months, which are all good, but it's...
Right. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I'll be one of the first people to be like, I hardly ever watch the ESPN shows anymore. And it's not because I don't care about sports or I'm not into sports as much as I am. It's just because it's like I tune them on and it's like they're not talking about sports half the time. And I'm like, I want to watch about sports.
Also, because the political thing, is so everywhere now.
That's the other piece, yeah.
They just can't. They have to infect every single calm moment where it's like, I just can't have a moment where
I want to turn sports on to get away from the political stuff, and it's like, oh, it's here too.
Well, do you know that the Earth is rapidly heating up? Thank you. Can't have you cannot have a nice moment alone. You need to be afraid at all moments, because then that's how my business.
Well, yeah, fear-mongering rules.
Yeah. And, this is the counterbalance, Grant, this podcast. This podcast's not about fear. It's about love.
Love.
It's about jokes.
ELE.
Yeah.
Everybody love everybody. Or everyone love
everyone. I remember a guy we're friends with used to say that a lot.
Yeah, he did.
Back in the day.
I'm not going to say his name, but he did.
No, I already said his name like 17 times earlier.
He might be listening. I don't know. Probably not.
I was surprised that he listened the other day.
I was very surprised that he dropped that nugget on us. And then that's all he said. Nothing else.
Yeah, just that.
Yeah.
The Vacaville. We appreciate it. It's just, it's frustrating. But with Muhammad Ali, he was going out on a limb. But what's sick about him, though, he had the competitor edge. And I think that's what people really respect deep down, is that, like, you're a competitor.
Yeah.
That's what I like.
Yeah.
And Michael or Kobe or...
And LeBron's a competitor.
But he's not. But when you look at them, he's a nice guy, which is great.
So and I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with this, but what I'm picking up from you right now is that the type of athlete...
There's a better type of winner.
That you prefer is someone who has that edge of aggression, that like the Mamba mentality, where because
it's a mirror of life. Sports are supposed to reflect life and war, right? It's really supposed to be playful war.
Yeah.
And so, the guy that's the most sick at it and cutthroat is going to be the one that, as men, we're going to respect the most, or just as people. That's what we like.
Yeah.
Just a sick leader.
I mean, did you ever get into like the Bible verses that all the athletes wore?
Dude, John 3:16?
There were some sick ones.
Timothy 2?
No, Romans, I think 8:31 was the best one.
Bro, I don't know Bible verses. That Miller Lite tastes pretty good.
I don't know, that was just in the fridge.
No, it tastes, usually when I think you switch between the big three.
Yeah, they don't
Bud,
taste good.
Coors, Miller. Well, it just is kind of a bit of a rocky transition.
She's like, I think it's tape. She's like, oh. She's like, I'm just going to get rid of it.
Damn it, Meg.
Okay.
We're going. All right, we'll wrap this up. What up? All right, 10. I'll do another 10 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
When did Meg say she's coming home?
Tried to feel that out for time-wise. She just said soon.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think that I think we should always shoot for, or always have 2 hours blocked out. But I think for now, we need an hour to an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Patreon will come later.
I mean,
we don't really need that yet because there's nobody really listening.
The war modes are only an hour, aren't they?
They're an hour each.
Yeah, they only do an hour.
And I think that they're good enough at it though now where we're listening. They can keep it going.
Take some time to get there, I think.
I think so. We're learning how to broadcast, bro. How to podcast. We should we got to end with something good.
Okay. What do you got?
We do. I mean, there's just so many. I just need a topic to run with. And I think you're the same way. You just when you brought up Lent, I mean, that's just a whole new avenue of possibilities.
Yeah. You can really get going down the rabbit hole of Lent. I've done it.
I still haven't talked about how I broke my knee. Now is not the time.
Nope.
I think that'll be a good story at some point.
That'll be a good story.
Somebody recently asked me about that, though, because he tore his ACL.
At work or just
in a men's soccer league, I think it was. A guy that I went to college with.
So that's not why, but that's one of the reasons why I don't want to do a men's lacrosse league. I mean, the real reason is because I was a goalie, and I just don't want to play goalie ever again. But you do also hear about the guys that do men's leagues and just to tear ACLs.
There's no reason to get hurt as an adult.
Right. I'm just like, I don't want to go through that. Not that I would tear my ACL as a goalie, but I think to that point,
it can happen.
I just don't want to feel the pain, and being a lacrosse goalie was painful.
Yeah, you never liked being a goalie. You liked playing lacrosse.
Yeah.
Well, no, you never wanted to practice.
That was
Because you have to be crazy.
I think looking back on my lacrosse time of playing, that was my biggest mistake.
But if you're not built that, what, you just want shots whizzed? Hey guys,
No.
shoot some more at me.
I didn't, but I look back and I'm like, if I would have worked harder, I could have been so much better.
Yeah, because you had the natural hand-eye coordination.
Right.
You were good at this. You were good at the game.
Quick reflexes. I was naturally good. I was the one that just didn't work hard.
Yeah, but that's the craziest position to try at.
Right.
Especially with all of us just trying to
Right. I mean,
get in the net, Grant.
Telling a 17-year-old you have to take more shots than you're already taking is like, why would I do that?
Yeah, also we'd start at 15 yards and then 8-yard wind up.
That was the other thing that was like, it was like ridiculous. It was like by the time
we were all assholes.
By the time you were done shooting, you were 3 yards away. You were at the crease basically.
Yeah.
And it was like, dude.
Yeah, the best
hit
though.
me in the leg.
Yeah, the best though is like, because I'm sure JP's parents probably said this to him as well. But they'd be like, Grant doesn't want to practice being in the net. Why does he always shoot with you guys? Because it's just horseplay.
Yeah, because my friends are winding up from 15 yards, taking a 17-yard wind up that they're in the net by the time they're shooting, and it's hitting me.
Yeah. You know who was bad at that?
Dan was real bad. Do you remember, were you there the time we had, I don't know if you were there, I think it was Prasky. We did the shootout at JP's house in the backyard.
No,
and
I videoed. There's a video.
I made a save, and I was like talking about how I was on a diet, and all I was eating was nuts and yogurt.
Yeah.
Big time save though. But I remember that one, Dan. Like, it was like we were doing like a final round or something, like to see who would win. I mean, obviously I wasn't gonna win. It was one of those three.
None of you guys should win.
But Dan, like with the last round, like I think we had a cone set up or like a ball or something where you had to shoot from. Where I was like, that's acceptable shot. By the time Dan was done like winding up, he was like 8 yards past that, and he scores, and everyone's like, "Dude, you didn't win."
Yeah, his house was the funniest place because if you missed left, it would just go straight into his neighbor's yards.
JP's.
Yeah.
Do you remember hitting the grill in the one neighbor's? Like,
yeah.
Oh
my God, no, because it would just the ball would go, and then there was even levels to the yard where you want to go to the closer yard, then there's even further yards
because there was fences. Every neighbor had a fence, so it was like you're climbing over.
Dude,
under
even
fences.
in my house, whenever I practiced lefty, it would go into those fenced-in yards on the other side, and you just lose.
Did you ever have a net behind your net? I can't remember.
No, we tried to make a makeshift once
That's
with my
what it
dad.
was.
We
that
put
metal thing.
Yeah, we put stakes in the ground, and then you
wasn't
really
it just
need
dented?
you need a full and it didn't even work that well at JP's.
No, JP's dad returned it because he's like he's a piece of shit. He's like,
you guys can't even hit this.
Yeah. So
it was all to protect the shed.
Yeah, because we were out there drilling the shed.
No, it's so hard to practice lacrosse as a shooter unless you have everything, or you're just naturally good. Because first of all, all your balls need to be brand new, and you need at least more than 10.
You need a bag of balls.
You need a bag of balls, and I had maybe 30, and they were all They were all slippery.
Yeah.
So there's really nothing you can. And then every Souderton practice, that's what we had to practice with. So then, because they didn't invest in our program, so going from practice to game, we go from the shittiest balls possible, and that's the reason why we weren't good. It was the balls that we practiced with. It wasn't that half the team just started playing a year ago.
Nah, not half the team.
Just kidding.
Our starting lineup all played, but
yeah. The
program's good now.
Our junior and senior year.
Yeah. The program's good now. They're like
legit.
Legit.
Yeah, they have D1 players.
Yeah, and they like took CB East to like a close game last year.
Did they really?
Like, so
we should go to a game.
Yeah,
we used to go in college. We'd go see them.
We went to one, I think.
I went to two.
Did you?
I went. What's going on with what's going on with work?
Nothing really. I can't really speak on some of the projects I'm working
top
on.
Secret.
Not top secret, but little.
All right, should we talk about something spicy?
Confidential, I guess you could say, client confidentiality type of thing.
So you can't.
We sign NDAs.
What if the listener's wondering what you do, Grant?
They'll have to wait for a later podcast.
Is this guy a full-time lacrosse coach, youth lacrosse coach?
Could be. Might be. Might coach college lacrosse. Who knows?
You could be a sports commentator.
Yeah. I did it in college. And I did the basketball games freshman and sophomore year.
He followed the account.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of your boys did.
He was a natural
Athlete?
Well, he was a good athlete, but he was a natural commentator.
Yeah, he's very animated.
He was very good at when
that
we
show
did it.
that. Oh, I forgot you guys used to have that show.
We had the Natty and Patty show.
Oh wow, yeah, you got experience in this, Grant.
Yeah, that was a big campus hit our freshman year.
Really?
I think we did like 4 episodes, and we were all like, "Yo, where's the Natty and Patty show?"
Dude,
We
I
love
do
it.
remember that was fun. Was that his idea or yours?
It was probably his because he was more in that type of major. But he obviously saw the Bro ENT videos and knew I had an interest for it. So he's like,
PJ.
He's like, dude, that when he left the Skype video for and was like, "You're Grant's best friend. My name's so I'm PJ."
I remember he was really good at keeping the wheels spinning. Be like, "All right," he would like bang on the table.
Yeah, he did.
Be like, "All right, Grant. So what you're telling me is."
He was good.
You know, I went to, where'd he go? Glen something?
Glen Ridge.
And that was a pretty good program.
When they were, yeah, real good.
Oh, wasn't he the dude where he was on a team where they all were really good?
Yeah. I mean, one of his best friends played, I think it was Penn, and played in the MLL. It might still play in the PLL.
Wow.
Yeah.
But what I wanted to say, all the people that followed the Instagram account, I think we're around 20, might need to take a screenshot. Those are all the OGs.
Yeah.
So everybody else that we add on from there, now maybe we'll start listening. This seems cool.
You're cut.
You didn't do it at first. It doesn't matter.
You're not our friend.
You're not our friend.
Who followed it?
There is a core 20 people. Those are the real friends.
I'm gonna go look at it and see.
Probably alienating them right now.
See if there's anyone I should call out. I think we should give a shout out and a an advertisement for Best Day Yet Studio.
Oh!
Because I do see that they're following.
I agree.
The Instagram, and that is our buddies' graphic design, branding, logo, illustration, animation, and web design.
Yep.
Let's go on a creative journey. For all of those needs, whether it's branding, logos, illustration, animation, or web design, Best Day Yet
Did he send this to you?
Studio. No, I'm just reading it off the cuff.
Oh, wow. That was really good.
Ruined it.
That was good. Whatever.
Best Day Yet Studio has you covered. I recommend checking out their Instagram, BDY_design studio.
Yo, zoom out the camera and sit down.
You just ruined Volker's.
No, I know he knows what he's doing. All right, yeah. Everybody check out Best Day Yet. We're going to be doing a collab. Yeah, if you're able to sit there. Let's wrap up. Let's wrap. I think that, damn, I wish that could have been filming on that last part. That was good. No, so Mike, we'll definitely have you on. I think we're going to start getting guests in the mix as going forward. We wanted to get a few done, just us. Mm-hmm. Kind of figure out what the vibe is going to be.
Take it in.
So
no, it's great. I mean, being a part of it, I'm glad to just shoot ideas. This is the stuff that we do on the regular.
Exactly.
You and Grant will just kick back some beers, talk shit, and I love our conversations. It's one of the reasons why I stay friends with you guys.
Yeah, thanks, bro.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
That's what it's about.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good theme.
Looking forward to being a part of it. If I'm invited on something and
Mike's looking
putting
forward
my
to
2
being
cents.
dubbed a knight of Fishtown.
Oh,
Hey, maybe so. I had to check my calendar. So no, but yeah. I mean, look.
Maybe that'll be if you become a guest.
You're dubbed
a recurring
knight.
guest.
Yeah.
Mike is a knight of Fishtown. He lived on Allen Street. Those are the. So actually, we're not the Knights of Fishtown. The Knights of Fishtown was that. There's 7 of us because 2.
Okay. So the 239 and 237
Yeah.
East Allen were the Knights.
Yeah, I don't know if in there or not, but
Hey,
The Queen,
Yeah.
I guess.
whether if I'm a knight or if I'm a preferred guest where I can reoccur and visit, I don't care. You know what I mean? I just
yeah, those were the days though. So maybe that's a good wrap. Me and Mike used to live together. Grant was right down, 3 houses down the road with Derek and Jim.
that was a nice little squad you had going there on East Island. We
that
just
was a
started
good
taking
run.
over the street.
It got cut short because of COVID, but it was a good run that was there.
Dude, but then that was the COVID.
Well, that I was going to say that was the run then too through COVID.
I don't think anybody had a COVID. I think we'd be hard pressed to find people that had a COVID like our COVID.
That I was going to say. Then when you flip it that way, we couldn't have had probably much of a better situation for COVID than what we had.
Aside from LA TikTok houses.
Yeah, I mean that was ridiculous.
Where they're having. I mean we all lived right there, so we could hang out every day. Same bubble.
Yeah, I mean aside from Derek moving out, I guess was probably the one thing. But.
Yeah, and I posted that Wiz Khalifa song like he died. And
Oh,
Smith
yeah,
was like,
that
"Everything
funny.
okay? Is
That
Derek
was funny.
okay?"
That was like an early COVID. That was like April when he moved out.
See you
Dude,
again.
man. It would have been really nice to have him stay a little bit longer.
Yeah, he
It
was
was such a tough squad.
I think
Shout out Jimmy too, you know.
Yeah, Jim. Yeah, wow. And this might actually be easier without microphone or without the headphones.
We're just talking. Yeah, so
It feels a little bit when it's just me and you. The headphones are good, but maybe in a group, it's better no microphone.
I feel like we should get. You need like a 3-camera or 4-camera setup even. So like we could do a close in on your face, close in on my face, close in on my face.
So that's
you should hook it.
That's way down the line, dude. You realize how much all those 4K cameras cost?
Yeah, I mean you don't have to have 4K as long as you have the right lighting.
Well, no, but so what I like about this, so I wanted to just imitate the Shane Gillis format.
Yeah.
So it feels like a group hang. Mm-hmm. So that really the intention is so if you're a bro or whatever working in an office job listening to a podcast. You just feel like you're hanging out with people. So if you watch it, you can kind of see the hang. Mm-hmm. Whereas Joe's is more of like an interview, so it's back and forth.
I feel like you should have cuts of everything. Like, so you can let's just say for an example, you edit it and I don't know. I'm not going to tell you how to do it, but you edit it and let's say you're going in on like a juicy topic. Okay. And then now we got you zoomed in, No,
I feel, so with the clips though, I was showing him earlier, I was filling around with what the snippets will look like on Instagram. Yeah. And so it'll be kind of like in this case, it'll probably half the screen will be you two, then the top will be me. But otherwise, it'll be like him.
That's a good one too.
On top. Yeah. I was fooling around with that. So
like reaction.
That's a big one. Yeah.
And what I want to learn is how to do the zoom. Like if someone says something dumb, and then you zoom on their face.
Be like, good.
Wait, what?
But no, I think that what's really cool about this is it's injecting new voices into the discourse about stuff. Whereas primarily, a lot of the voices are not, they just live online. They're not people that are engaged with the world. Yeah. And you know what? I balled out, got all this shit. We have a podcast, our voice in the discourse now.
Our voice is on the airwaves, and we're all not whales, but we're all not hurting either, and we're a part of that, I guess middle ground, trying to make it up and do things, and I like the vibes. Solid guys too, you know what I mean? Yep. I'll say that.
Fuck yeah, right? All right, well that part, that'll just all be sniffed around. Dude, in the beginning, honestly, I was saying something, I was like, that one's getting cut out.
Should have kept it.
No, what's better is when you see the reaction of all right, what the hell were they just talking about?
I just got a update from Time that says, it's like a news thing that you just see the snapshot, the headline or whatever. The U.S. economy is doing too well.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And here's why that's bad for people who aren't rich.
Wait. The U.S. economy is doing well, and here's why it's bad for people who aren't rich?
Yes.
Is it really doing too well?
We're going to be doing a deep dive on the CIA.
Is it really doing too well right now?
That's what they're saying. That's what the news is saying. I just got an update.
I think people really need to look at the news. Dude, it's real. So. It's always been a propaganda wing. And you know what it was when when Fox News started emerging and they were like, we're telling the other side of the story. That's oh great, we went from one misinformation or propaganda outlets to two.
Because it fooled the people, right? Because it went from one and now we have two, so people are hearing both sides.
Yeah,
that's what we're being told.
I forget who, it might be Noam Chomsky, but it's in America we're told we have freedom of choice, but it's more the illusion of choice.
Yeah.
Coke or Pepsi.
Right.
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have plenty of choices. Oreos, Reese's. And then it's like, well, what about a third political party? What the fuck did you just say? That will never work.
Yeah.
What do you want, communism? What, are you trying to challenge our power?
It's a threat to democracy.
Yeah, anything that would challenge the status quo of power, military-industrial complex, anti-democracy.
Yeah.
Once you have that third party, it just like it just invites people to start having more ideas.
Anytime the people think
Once
that
that
they...
happens, we're fucked. I mean, well, they're fucked. The powers that be.
Dude, once the people really have a say over their government, democracy is over.
It's true. Oh, wow. Game winner right there.
Damn.
That's sick.
Arizona State.
Arizona.
Just hit like a full court shot.
ASU is fire, though.
That's nice.
Yo, okay, so if we're going to dream big, though, here's the goals. This podcast takes off.
Okay.
We can make money.
Okay.
People just think we're the sickest.
Okay.
Live casts
Probably
all
won't
across the
happen.
country.
Okay.
Little tour.
Okay.
That's what they do.
You trying to go on tour.
Just, dude, I miss being in Arizona. Was sick. I mean, you were just there, but
So you're trying to tour. You're trying to do like the full comedy. Like you're trying to hit a different city each weekend, each night, probably.
no,
You
just
know?
one night every once in a while.
Guy like you.
A guy like me, dude. A guy like me, I'm a dreamer, bro.
Yeah.
You want to be in a different city every single night of the week.
See, dude, that's how it used to go back in the day, man.
Guy
Maybe
wants to
one
be-
weekend I'm in Amsterdam, another weekend I'm in Rome.
Guy wants to be Anthony Bourdain, what we were talking about earlier.
Fuck yeah.
All right, I'm out on that.
Oh, really? Yo, Mike, I'm looking for a
I
co-host.
say, we need to find a new co-host, bro.
Dude, a different city every night's a little much.
No,
We'll
obviously
do a
not every
weekly
night.
tour.
Dude, guy like me, I'm settling down. But no, I'm still looking for new experiences.
Yeah,
We can pop off.
That's
I
fair.
mean, we're still young, man. That's the beauty of
That's
it all.
fair.
Oh, you're still young.
Yeah, all of us are still
Me
young.
and Grant are old men now.
We're old, bro. We
Grant
crossed
turned
that.
30, didn't you
I'm
hear?
like 2 years removed from you
We
guys.
crossed that eternal line.
Nah,
that
you're
we
still
can never
young.
Go back.
What are you? You're still 26.
I'll be 27 soon. Well, 3 years.
Yeah,
from you
April
guys.
17th, right, bro?
Hey, you remember my birthday? What?
Yeah, you know who else's birthday that is?
Who's?
Zoom in on my face.
There's a lot of
I'm
April-
gonna schnee that one
There's
out.
a lot of April birthdays in this group.
Who else?
Derek.
True. Yo, the best would be like when people would start turning an age, whatever, say it's 28 or 30, and then Derek would be like, I mean, I'm still 29.
Yeah, he always says that because he's one of the.
It's like you're the last birthday, bro. The most of the squad is 30 now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is he turning 30 in April?
in April?
Yeah, he's the last one.
Oh shit!
shit.
There's probably something for that. I didn't even think about that. Haley might do a little something.
Yeah.
Ooh, she
April
might do a
birthdays are
little
the best.
surprise,
It's
John.
about to get warm out and everything.
April is the best month.
Yeah.
The fuck are you talking about?
Dude, for the weather when it starts to get warmer, the cherry
May,
blossoms.
bro. Here, no, I'm telling you right now.
But we're late April.
May
right there.
15th to June 15th, or call it May 20th, Sarah's birthday, to June 20th.
So I would say the month before that. I would say April 15th to May 15th is like peak time, and then you hit the summer.
So
He's
wrong,
right.
dude.
Which the
You
summer
are
is
so
sick,
wrong.
but like
The excitement is better
yes,
than the actual summer.
Yes, exactly.
Once
you're
it's-
building up to that Memorial Day excitement, and that like
Yep.
30 days there, you're fucking buzzing.
Well, I don't live off excitement. I live off of actual good vibes.
You live off
That's
of
the
a
same
lie.
thing as excitement.
You're getting
He lives on a lie.
bro. Nah, it's called tranquility.
All right, I gotta
Fuck
go. I gotta
out
go
of here,
with
bro.
that.
All right, let's end on
All
that.
right. Thank you,
Hey,
everybody, for
we love
watching.
you
We'll see
guys.
you next time. Bye.